If we can get 100 likes on this, what if I will upload part 2 to this straight after this? Well, the day after, basically. Anyways, my ducklings, let's get into it. Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weebs here, and this is what if Naruto was all powerful, part 1. We begin this what if with Minato being at the side of Kushina, actually, well, keeping the seal intact of the Nine Tails, and this required a lot of concentration, which actually diverted his concentration from actually his surroundings to the seal, so the Nine Tails wouldn't escape, as this was the time where Jinchuriki was at its weakest, at least a female, during childbirth. The seal would be at its weakest, and the Nine Tails could escape at any moment. Thus, he failed in sensing the masked man, or Madara as he called himself, approaching them, killing every Anbu outside. And eventually, when Naruto is born, he also killed the nurses that were holding Naruto, and then taking Naruto hostage, which then Minato would reclaim with his skill, but it was at the cost of his wife. Kushina was taken away, as Minato would teleport away and return to Kushina to find out that the Nine Tails was already unleashed and Kushina was on the verge of death. The Nine Tails would start ravaging throughout the village, destroying every last piece of it. Although he was under a genjutsu, this was what the Nine Tails would have done if he did escape in the first place, due to all its hatred. But the Nine Tails can't be held accountable for this, as Madara or Obito put him under a genjutsu. Now, Minato, who would have taken Kushina to Naruto, he would then return to the battlefield to see many ninjas falling. As the Nine Tails spots the fourth Hokage, he would then aim a tailed beast bomb right at him. Minato was able to teleport the tailed beast bomb away and then teleport him and the Nine Tails away. Obviously, this was all after him fighting the masked man and defeating him, as we all see in the original, with his amazing teleportation and Rasengan. Now, Minato would have teleported the Nine Tails where he teleported Kushina and Naruto. However, obviously, once he takes out Kushina and Naruto, Minato would explain everything to Kushina, telling her that Naruto will be the next Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, as he needs to keep the balance of the shinobi world intact. Kushina would argue against this and ask Minato to seal the Nine Tails inside of her, and so she can take it down with her, which I call bull on that. Like, I don't believe that. I believe that, if Kushina did retake the Nine Tails inside of her, she could have survived, but we don't know. Anyways, now Minato would actually refuse this, saying that the Nine Tails need to stay alive. The Leaf Village would be too vulnerable without the presence of the Nine Tails, and if any of the outside villages or any other villages around the Land of Fire, around the Shinobi world would find out Konoha, who has a history of starting wars and winning wars and always being at the pinnacle of power, would be attacked and destroyed. Even after all this destruction from the Nine Tails, the destruction that could come after the Nine Tails is gone could be even worse. Thus, Minato uses the Reaper Death Seal, this time not sealing half the Nine Tails in Naruto, but all of it, both yin and yang sides of the Nine Tails. Obviously, Naruto was just a kid. It was really hard for him to actually keep the beast inside of him. The chakra was so heavy, immense. Even Minato could feel it as he was using the Reaper Death Seal. And thus, Naruto became the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails in this wave as well. Minato and Kushina would succumb to their injuries due to them protecting Naruto from the Nine Tails' claws. And then the barrier would come down, as the third Hokage would arrive and see Minato's and Kushina's dead bodies. Minato was already dead, so was Kushina, but there was one little baby that was still alive. Naruto was there. Naruto was crying. As the Hokage held Naruto in his arms, he would see that Naruto has an 8 trigram seal on his stomach. Realizing that Minato and Kushina gave everything to make their own child the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. Minato would want Naruto to be considered a hero of the village. However, the Hokage thought that it would be bad if Naruto was known as Naruto Namikaze, as Minato had made many enemies in the third Great Ninja War. In the third Great Ninja War. Anywho, now Naruto would grow up with the Hokage, as no orphanage would want to take him in for the first 4 years of his life, until Naruto could talk, eat, walk, all on his own. The Hokage would give him his own apartment, which was a mistake, as the Hokage would not be supervising Naruto. He would not be seeing whether Naruto is eating well, whether Naruto is living well. Him being with the Hokage would mean that Naruto would be able to eat well, at least. But now that he lives alone, he has to go out and do his own groceries, and the villagers hate him. Everyone hates him, as Danzo would reveal the S-rank secret that the Hokage told everyone who knew who was the Nine Tails Jinchuriki to not say it to the villagers. However, Danzo leaked this so he could get his hands on Naruto. However, that didn't come to fruition. It only created more hatred in the village, and thus Naruto was hated by everybody. Naruto would go out every day to make friends. However, the children's parents would tell them to stay away from Naruto, as he brings only sadness and sorrow to people's lives. Naruto would be confused on why, Naruto is being treated like this. He didn't do anything. All he done in his life was, live. He didn't do anything bad from what he remembers. But Naruto can't really argue with anyone, as if he does, they would just beat on him, as they always do. Naruto would walk around the village all alone, glares, daggers being glared at him, things being thrown at him. Naruto would go through this treatment for the next 2 years of his life until he's 6 years old. Naruto had no friends, no family, no one to look up to, nothing. Naruto literally had nothing. However, what he did have was 2 seals on his hands. Whenever he looked down on his hands, you would see a sun and moon seal in each of his hands. Naruto would not understand what these do. However, he feels some sort of warmth and some sort of hatred coming from each one of them. Obviously, Naruto does not know that these are the yin and yang's releases, or seals. And Naruto could feel one being warm and one being cold. Anyways, now Naruto would go around the village, just looking around, trying to find anyone to talk to. He would start a conversation with the kids in the playground. However, all they did was run away from him. One day, when Naruto actually did try again, one of the kids actually fell and hurt himself. Naruto would be the first one to rush towards him to see if he's okay, because Naruto was worried, of course. And you would see where he got hurt. He scraped his knee, and Naruto would put his hand, or right hand, I'll say, that has that has the sun seal on it, as it would just heal the wound. The boy would be confused, but he thought that Naruto put a curse on him and then ran away. Word would travel fast, as the villagers would realize that this is all because of the Nine Tails. The Nine Tails must be taking over Naruto's body, and its power was coming out. Although, obviously, this was good. Naruto healed someone, and they're already demonizing something that Naruto did, something good that Naruto has done. This was the breaking point for Naruto. Naruto would no longer want to be in the village, thus beginning to isolate himself. At first, he was in his own home. All he would do is just wake up, just be by himself, and then go sleep. Naruto would stop eating as well. The only reason why he was still alive after 3 months was because of the Narutos. The Narutos wasn't going to allow his vessel to die like this. The Narutos saw this. The Narutos had both yin and yang release. Yin had its whole self. It wasn't just the hatred, but also the side that actually saw through people. He could see that Naruto was suffering, and he blamed himself for it. However, he couldn't really care much because of his hatred towards humans at first. However, eventually time passed as Naruto's mental state got worse and worse, and the Naruto's realized that if his vessel continues like this, he won't be alive much longer, even if he's making sure he is by giving him some sort of life support. Now, one day while Naruto was asleep, Kurama would appear in his dreams, and he would tell Naruto, "Listen, if you need a friend, I'll be here. Do you understand?" And this wasn't the Naruto's in his Naruto's form, but as a child, just like Naruto, a normal child, literally identical to Naruto, but with red hair or orange. Naruto would smile at this kid, and the two would become best of friends in his dreams, and they could do anything. The Naruto's thought to, convert Naruto into his side and make him evil like him. However, Naruto's warmth, kindness, and smiles started to change Kurama in a way. Kurama never, saw a human smiling at him like that. However, Kurama, the only reason the Naruto's was still reluctant in becoming Naruto's complete friend, and only doing this for Naruto's own well-being, as he wants his Jinchuriki to survive, otherwise he'll die too, is because of him wanting to, him not believing that Naruto would enjoy being with his real self, the Naruto's, not this childlike form that he took on just to please Naruto. The Naruto's didn't know what to do. He was conflicted whether to show himself to Naruto or just keep himself a secret from Naruto, because he does not know what kind of reaction a human would have to find out that their only friend is actually the demon that killed his parents. That is the reason behind all the hatred that he received in his life. The Naruto's did not know what to do. Eventually, Naruto started going out again. However, this was because the Naruto's would tell Naruto to become strong so he can protect himself. Naruto began living in the forest, just like the Naruto's had told him to. The Naruto's would teach Naruto. Although Naruto could only see him in his dreams, for some reason he could hear his voice in his head. Naruto was pleased with this, as this was his friend. Obviously, the Naruto's wanted to do this so Naruto could actually live a happy life, as he felt a bit guilty about Naruto being treated like this. However, the Naruto was in for a surprise. He was not expecting it, but when he found out, it was crazy. It was something revolutionary. Naruto had a genetic disorder for some reason, but it wasn't bad. It was in fact astonishing. It was something that allowed Naruto to use every Kekkai Genkai and every every dojutsu known to man, known to any shinobi in the world, even the Rinnegan. However, Kurama did not know what to think of this. If Naruto started using this, he would be, a target for the village to weaponize. Thus, he doesn't tell Naruto yet. He wants Naruto to find out alone, and eventually tell him to always hide this kind of power from the villagers, especially the elders, and especially from that wicked old man, Danzo, as Naruto would be experimented on and basically turned into a weapon that no one would ever recognize again. Now, Naruto would continue training physically and begin to do chakra control training and learning ninjutsu thanks to Kurama. And Naruto would now spend the whole year in the forest of death, basically. A year would pass and Naruto would become 7. The third Hokage, who had been sending Naruto letters, envelopes with money for him to live off of, would finally decide to stand up and go meet Naruto once again. It's been many years since he's seen Naruto face to face in person. He wants to go say hello and see how he's doing. the Hokage would start walking through the village, as the village seemed happy. They seemed like nothing was happening. They haven't had anyone to hate on for years now, well, a whole year, as Naruto hasn't been showing his face in the village no more. Naruto would be living off of, well, what the forest would offer. Now, the Hokage would actually bump into Fugaku, as Fugaku would greet the Hokage by saying, well, hello, Lord Third. How's your day been? The third Hokage would reply by saying, good. I see you're out with your children today. As the Hokage would, well, stoop down and just pat both Sasuke and Tsuki on the head, as the two children would smile, holding their father's hands, and then hug the old man, as they both loved him. They both admired him to be like a grandfather to them. The third Hokage was considered to be a grandfather to all children in the village. The third Hokage seemed like a very kind man. Of course, he is, but how he, well, dealt with Naruto wouldn't be seen like grandfatherly like. Anyways, now Naruto, well, the Hokage would say his goodbyes and head off to Naruto's home. As he gets to, well, the front door, he would, well, second guess himself, saying, should I have let Naruto live on his own? This little street doesn't even seem too safe for a child. Maybe I shouldn't have let Naruto live on his own. Maybe I should have took care of him myself. Or maybe even asked one of my children to take care of him. God damn it. I really done it now. Minato must be screaming at me. Now, the Hokage would unlock the door, as he had a spare key for the, well, apartment. And he would walk in, and as he swung the door open, he would see all the envelopes. About 13 of them, as there have been 13 since Naruto had left his home. And the Hokage would see that none of the money has been used. None of the envelopes have even been picked up. They've just been collecting dust. The latest one was only a week ago, and that has been on the top of the other envelopes, meaning that these envelopes haven't been moved at all. They've just been piling up over the past 13 months. Naruto wasn't anywhere to be seen. Why wouldn't the Hokage, well, why wouldn't Naruto use them? This is how he would survive, right? The Hokage would look or search Naruto's home, seeing nothing. The worst came to the Hokage thought of the worst. Naruto had either been killed or kidnapped. The Hokage would call on his best Anbu and some of his former best Anbu as well. He would call on the Anbu first, telling to search for Naruto, and then he would call on Kakashi. Kakashi with the Sharingan would actually go search for Naruto as well. Itachi was on the search as well, and the Hokage himself was on the search. The Hokage would find Naruto in the forest of death, as no one would have thought that a child would go in there. The Hokage thought of the worst. What if he wandered in and got killed? He would go in there and see trees being damaged, craters on the ground. It seemed like someone was training, someone feral. As the Hokage would look more deeper into this, he would see that a dark figure would arise from the shadows, a silhouette of a child. However, once the sunlight hit Naruto, as there is a bit of sunlight in the forest of death, the Hokage would see Naruto and ask Naruto what he's doing here. Naruto would sheepishly smile at the Hokage, saying that he was just training with his friend. Obviously, the Hokage would wonder which other child would be training here, or what if it's an adult, what if it's someone trying to, well, change Naruto. He would ask who his friend is, and Naruto would say, well, his friend is, yeah, who is my friend? Naruto would finally ask himself that question. Who was he talking to for the past year? Who was training him? Was this someone real? Was it someone in his dreams? Why was it someone from his dreams? If it was a dream, it shouldn't be real. Naruto would explain everything to the Hokage, and the Hokage would ask Naruto to see his stomach. The seal was intact. It wasn't broken. He seemed the same as it was 7 years ago. The Hokage would question himself. Was the Naruto's helping Naruto train? Well, why? Why would it train Naruto? Is it because he wants a strong vessel? Is it because he wants Naruto to be strong so he can protect himself? He doesn't understand. until Naruto is taken to the hospital to see whether he had any injuries. Naruto had nothing. Naruto seemed normal. He seemed like nothing has ever happened to him. He was just training. In fact, he seemed better than usual. Although he wasn't really, eating really well, he seemed like he was growing stronger than other children. He was very strong, in fact. Physically, he was, he had the physique of an adult shinobi, a seasoned shinobi. But how? Who trained him? How could a child do this? Those were the questions in everyone's minds. Until they finally checked Naruto's hands. They saw 2 seals on Naruto's hands. Naruto didn't know what they were either. They only appeared like a year and a half ago, and Naruto didn't understand what these were and what they did. Well, he kinda understood some of their abilities, but he wouldn't tell the Hokage at all. He would actually fake not knowing, as that was what the Naruto's told him. He doesn't need anyone to find out. And Naruto asked the Hokage to keep this a secret from other people, not to tell others that, he has these seals. The Hokage instantly knew that Naruto knows something that he doesn't. And he tells Naruto that if he tells him what he knows, he won't tell anyone. The Naruto's knew that the 3rd Hokage wasn't lying. Thus he told Naruto to agree with his terms. And Naruto said, once we get to somewhere, unsupervised by your Anbu, then I'll tell you GG. Obviously, the 3rd Hokage was, astonished that Naruto could even sense the ninjas around him, sense the Anbu hiding. Especially the ones with the Sharingan, Lord Third, as Naruto would change his tone as he was addressing Shisui, Itachi, and Kakashi. Obviously, they were all astonished that they were all confused. They were flabbergasted. How did Naruto even know that they had the Sharingan? He shouldn't be able to feel this much chakra. He shouldn't even be able to sense chakra as of right now. Anywho, now, the Hokage would take him somewhere secretive, someone that no one could hear him. No Anbu were felt by Naruto, as Naruto's abilities of sensing were enhanced. The Naruto wasn't doing anything. This was all of Naruto's potential. Naruto was using every single bit of power that he had. Naruto was basically very efficient in his training, and he learned a lot. He also knows the Shadow Clone Jutsu, which he was exploiting quite a lot in the past few days, or in the past few weeks, sorry, as he found out the secret just a few months ago. Now, Naruto would tell him what these seals are, yin and yang. He's not sure how he got them, but a year ago they just appeared on his hand. That's where the rumors came from, of the Naruto's taking over him. He once saw a child run away from him and get hurt. Thus he rushed towards him to check if he was alright, and when he saw that he was bleeding, he scraped his knee. Naruto would have put his hand over the wound, and suddenly it was healed. That's what this seal does. He's not too sure what the other Yang seal does, but he knows that the Yin side heals people. Sorry. I meant Yang. He's not sure what the Yin does, but the Yang, he knows. Is basically use creation of all things just to heal him. Anyways, now, the old man would be proud of Naruto. Naruto has achieved something that has only been known to be held or be possessed by the Sage of Six Paths. He wouldn't tell anyone in the village, even if he knew that Naruto's life might turn out to be a bit better. Naruto has asked the Hokage to keep this a secret, thus he will. The Hokage would pat Naruto on the head, telling him that he's happy and all, but he just wants Naruto to at least sleep in his own home. He doesn't want Naruto to get hurt in the forest of death, and he understands that he doesn't really enjoy being in the village as much as he would like him to. But he will do his best to tell the villagers to treat Naruto fairly, just as any other child. He's sorry for neglecting Naruto's necessities for so long, and he's sorry to not have, made sure that he had a nice life, just like the fourth wished. But that thought was in his mind. Naruto smiled at the third Hokage, saying that it's not your fault. He understands. This is all part of the cycle of hatred, and I'll stop that one day. As Naruto gave him the biggest smile, and the Hokage's heart melted as he realized that this child was the most innocent child he's ever seen. Someone who doesn't hate the villagers for all the hate he's received from them. Someone who still loves the village through not ever having any sort of love given to him. The third Hokage would smile and at the same time tear up, hugging Naruto, telling Naruto that if he ever needs anything to tell him. Naruto would say that he doesn't really need anything right now. All he needs is his friend Kurama. As the Nine Tails would finally have softened up enough to Naruto to actually give him or tell him his name. And eventually, now Naruto returns to his own home, seeing all the envelopes and some extra, little bit of cash from the Hokage too, realizing that the bare minimum is not enough for Naruto, as he's a growing boy, and he needs Naruto to at least, be able to have food on his table every single day. And also, the Hokage did a bit of research into the village's actions towards Naruto. He found out a lot. For example, the triple prices on every good that they were selling to Naruto, and he would have actually told the Anbu to go basically threaten these villagers and tell them to not treat Naruto like that. And the three Anbu, the two Anbu and the one other shinobi that would do that were basically Itachi, Shisui, and Kakashi, as these were the most trusted people by the Hokage. Now, other than Jiraiya and Tsunade, as they're not in the village as of right now. Obviously, the three would go around and tell everyone that the Hokage will not be happy if he hears about you guys charging Naruto extra. Thus, all the prices for Naruto went back down. However, Naruto would not just eat ramen every day. He would also spend his money in good nutritious food like he should be. Now, obviously, after this, Naruto would grow up faster than ever and also grow up a bit taller. He would now be 9. He wouldn't have joined the academy straight away, as the Naruto didn't really seem like he wanted to. Naruto was actually a bit scarred from all the things that little children used to say to him when he was a child, and he wanted to be friends with them. Thus, he didn't join the academy. And the third Hokage did know about this, and he understood Naruto's fears, and he told Naruto that he needs to get over them if he wants to become a great shinobi one day. And Naruto told him that he will join the academy when he seems fit to do it. But he will, 100%. He knows that he will join it. Now, the 1 year of the academy would have already passed. The Uchiha massacre would still go down, and the only two remaining Uchihas would be I was about to say Shisui, my bad. Tsuki and Sasuke. Naruto would have found out about his all-powerful ability and genetic disorder of him being able to. This was basically in between the 2 years that Naruto returned to his home and basically started living like a normal person again to to age 9. Anyways, Naruto would have found out between these 2 years that he had this ability, and he was basically able to unlock the Byakugan, Sharingan, and many Genkai, for example using Ice Release and even Mokuton, which is basically Wood Release. Now, Naruto would be training hard every single day. No one would even know how strong Naruto truly is. Naruto wouldn't have told the Hokage about this genetic disorder or this ability basically to have everything. Naruto was basically a pretty overpowered shinobi. Naruto had both yin and yang releases or seals, and being able to harness every Kekkai and dojutsu. Although the Nine Tails, by this time you'd think Naruto would have KCM or his Biju mode. No. The Nine Tails said to Naruto that once he basically becomes strong enough to defeat him in a fight, in a one-on-one fight, and remember, this is the full Nine Tails, this is not just half of it, in a one-on-one fight, then he'll be worthy to use his chakra to his full potential. The Nine Tails would still help Naruto here and there, and Naruto would have found out that this is the Nine Tails, and he would have heard the story of how he attacked the village. However, he did not tell Naruto about his parents yet, as he didn't want Naruto to get too full of himself, or he just didn't want to tell him that he was the one who killed his parents. Although, like, directly, he just said that his parents were killed in all this. However, he didn't mention that Minato and Kushina died to the Naruto's hands when he wasn't in the Genjutsu, when he was completely free out of the Genjutsu, out in the outside world, seeing Minato, about to seal him in the little boy Naruto. He would want to kill Naruto, but in the process he killed his parents and he was spared. Obviously, he doesn't want to tell Naruto that as of right now, as he's still fearful of him losing the only friend Kurama has ever had, literally. Naruto and Kurama were their only friends ever. Naruto never had any other friends other than Kurama, and Kurama had never had any other friends other than Naruto. Even though Kurama has been here for thousands of years, basically at this point, still Naruto was his first ever friend. Maybe one or two, ancient people tried to make friends of the Narutos, but remember, the Narutos was in a temple when he was first created, and people basically worshipped him. Anyways, now, until the time that they started seeing them as beasts and tools of power, weapons of mass destruction. Now, obviously, the Narutos would continue training Naruto and oversee his growth, as he would be watching Naruto like a proud father. He would actually be apologetic towards Kushina and Minato, and even thank them for bringing Naruto to this world and basically giving him his first friend. Anyways, now Naruto's 9. He would finally get over his fears of basically people. He would stop being an extreme introvert where he would not want to talk to anyone other than the very close people that he has, and he would finally join the academy. The Hokage was very happy that Naruto finally got over his fears, and this was a bit of a pushing from Kurama, as Kurama wanted Naruto to have more than just him as a friend. Kurama wanted to see Naruto thrive as a shinobi, thrive as a person, a human. Humans are meant to be around other humans, and Naruto seemed more like, the tail beasts right now. And Kurama could not see Naruto or himself. He could see himself in Naruto, and he couldn't handle it. He needed Naruto to make friends. He can't have Naruto be all alone, just like he was once upon a time. Now, anyways, now Naruto would finally join the academy, and he would be introduced as someone someone who's joining late. It was midway the year, and the academy were reluctant in taking Naruto in. First of all, because he's a Naruto's Jinchuriki, but also because Naruto would be extremely behind. However, the Hokage assured them that Naruto was not in the academy, but he was still studying everything that the academy taught, and in fact, he's even ahead of many of the classes that the academy are doing. Naruto is very refined in shinobi history, and also in ninjutsu, taijutsu, and even genjutsu. Although he's not the best at using them practically, that's what he thinks, until he sees Naruto use the Sharingan like a pro. But anyways, Naruto is basically the perfect shinobi as of right now. Now, Naruto would be introduced by Iruka to his class. Iruka would begin his morning registration, and then announce to his students, today we will have a new student joining us. I know it's midway through the second year of academy, and you'd think that he should start from the bottom, but he's your age, and he's actually quite refined in everything, even ahead of some of you guys. I'm talking to you, Kiba. Obviously, Kiba, everyone would laugh at Kiba, as Kiba would basically be at the bottom of the class as of right now, and he would just smile, realizing that he needs to pattern up. And anyways, now, obviously, that's me in chemistry, by the way. Obviously, now Naruto would walk in, and Iruka would introduce him as Naruto Uzumaki, and people would recognize him as the child that once healed a little boy and was basically hated on. Well, that's how some people saw it, and other people saw it just as the child that you should stay away from, according to their parents. The few people that didn't really mind the Naruto were Shikamaru, Choji, Tsuki, Sasuke as well. Sasuke didn't really care at all. He was the rookie of the year as well. Like he was at the top of his class. And anyways, now the only free seat there was actually the one next to Tsuki. As Tsuki sat basically at the back of the class in a corner, all by herself. As after the Uchiha massacre, she basically wasn't exactly like well, Sasuke, but she was actually quite distant from others. Although she was good friends with Shikamaru and Choji, even Hinata and Shino and Kiba, basically the whole of the Rookie Nine. But you know, she was close with them, but she always was very, very quiet and very distant, to be honest. She wouldn't hang out with them at all, but in school and when they need help, she's always there to help them. She would be at the top of her class as she is smarter than Sasuke, but she just doesn't want to. She doesn't try. She doesn't see the reason why she should try, as she's lost all hope after basically her beloved older brother killed or massacred the clan. The one she looked up to the most had done this to her family, to their family, and left her and her little brother, yeah, she's the older twin, to basically rot in hatred. As Sasuke followed the path of hatred, she didn't want to. She just wanted answers, because she knew that, you know, Itachi was too kind-hearted to do this. She was a smart child, basically, what I'm trying to say. Now, Naruto would actually go sit next to her, and even though he was quite introverted, he would actually say hello to her. He would say, hello, my name is Naruto. And you know, Tsuki would look up and realize that Naruto was you know, twitching a bit and, you know, just playing with his thumbs, as she realized that he's quite shy. She smiled and told well, greeted Naruto as well, saying that she's Tsuki Uchiha, and it's you know, a pleasure to meet him. Naruto would have smiled, as this is the first time any child would have actually responded to him in that kind of manner, somewhat nice, somewhat sad at the same time. Naruto could feel the sadness within her, and thanks to the Naruto's innate ability of feeling emotions. Now, obviously, Naruto would ask why, you know, she's sad, and Tsuki would actually, she would be kind of shocked, as Naruto saw through her emotions. Like, how did he know that she was sad? She never really showed it to anyone, and she just said that, you know, she's just not feeling it today. And Naruto says that's not it. And obviously class starts, as Tsuki was only thinking about what Naruto said. And obviously when break time comes about, Naruto would be with Tsuki, actually asking her questions on why she was sad before and why she's still sad, although she seems a bit more confused and sad at this point. Anyways, now Tsuki would just say that, you know, stuff happened in her life and she's quite sad about it. And Naruto just you know, says that it's alright, everything will turn out nicely and you'll be happy one day, basically. Naruto would then actually go back to his seat, as everyone would too, and class would restart. Lunchtime comes around, and Tsuki would actually be, as Naruto would actually go to the rooftop and have his lunch, Tsuki would actually follow Naruto, as she was intrigued by Naruto. Naruto would actually notice her and invite her to have lunch with her. Obviously, the two would show each other their, you know, homemade lunches, and they made each other's, basically they made themselves their lunch. And Tsuki was actually impressed by Naruto and how well his lunchbox was. Anyways, now the two would start talking more and more over the next few weeks, and basically eventually become friends. Naruto has finally made his first actual friend in the outside world. Eventually he would come to know Shikamaru and Choji, as the two would stumble upon them on the rooftop as well, and Tsuki will actually start getting closer to them. Tsuki's whole demeanor changed into a more bright one, and she was more of a bright person than before. Naruto had completely changed her over the next few months. The three or the four would be basically inseparable. They would always be together. You'd never see them or one of them by themselves, as they would basically spend all their time together. Naruto would actually even stop training as much just to spend more time with them, until the third Hokage, sorry about that, I dropped a piece of metal. Until the third Hokage would ask Naruto how his training has gone, and Naruto would actually, you know, rub the back of his head and smile sheepishly, saying, you know, I've been making friends. So I haven't really kept up much, but I've still been training. I've still learned other jutsus. The Hokage just smiled and told Naruto to not overwork himself, and if he's made friends, it's good. It's better for him to have friends than none, and then continue his training. As right now, Naruto's only around 10, and he should be focusing more on making friends than actually training all day long like he is, like nothing else matters, as Naruto needs more of the things called friends. Naruto would actually begin his training again, and Tsuki would actually find out about Naruto training, and she would actually start joining his training every single day. Wait, what? Sorry about that, someone was screaming outside my house. Now, not this still. Now, obviously Naruto would actually welcome Tsuki training with him, and he would show off some of his abilities, as Tsuki was someone that even the Nantos trusted. The Nantos even told Naruto to always keep Tsuki close to him, as she will be one who would never ever leave his side. Naruto would happily understand, well, would have actually said, alright, if that's what you say, although I was going to do that in the first place. But anyways, obviously now, and Tsuki would actually ask Naruto, to spar with him with everything he has, and Naruto says, are you sure about that? And Tsuki would question Naruto if he's hiding any sort of power-ups or anything. Naruto would say, well, yes, I am, because it would be unfair if I use them on you. Obviously, Tsuki says that, she won't grow as strong if, Naruto doesn't try against them. And the Nantos agreed with her and basically told him to basically go all out and show her what he's truly capable of. Naruto would say, alright, and Tsuki would activate her 2-to-1 Sharingan, and Naruto would basically smile at her, as ice would start forming around Naruto's feet. As Naruto would then close his eyes and open them again, it would reveal to have the Mangekyo Sharingan. And Naruto's ability would actually make him immune to any of the side effects of the Mangekyo Sharingan, and he would also be able to unlock the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan eventually, just through training. Naruto would have actually used the Itachi's Mangekyo, as Naruto basically had the ability to access any Mangekyo Sharingan, as that ever existed, even Madara's, but he hasn't been able to get to that level yet, as Madara's Mangekyo Sharingan is so much stronger than any other Mangekyo Sharingan we've seen in the series, other than Sasuke's maybe. But come on, let's be honest, Naruto should not be able to use Madara's Mangekyo as of right now. We don't even know his abilities, to be honest. And anyways, now Naruto would then actually look at Tsuki and try put her in the Infinite Tsukiyomi, but Tsuki has seen this kind of Sharingan before and this kind of ability before. She was able to actually close her eyes fast enough and even dodge Naruto's ice attacks just by sensing them. Naruto was very surprised, as Tsuki would then actually be able to speed blitz him by using her enhanced body flicker, by actually enhancing herself with the wind release, making her fast as the wind, and basically kicking Naruto right in the face and sending him flying backwards, as Naruto would actually hold his eye, as basically Tsuki hit him right in the eye with her kick, but he wouldn't be to her, as basically his Yang seal would heal him up, as he realized that's kind of unfair, but it was too late. And anyways, Tsuki would come in with her own Rasengan. Yes, Naruto has two other Rasengan, and obviously the Naruto actually learned the Rasengan himself through the help of the third Hokage in the past few years, as Naruto would ask about jutsus that even the previous Hokage knew, and basically the Hokage thought, maybe I should give him his father's jutsu. In his mind, he says that to himself, and he's like, alright, I can give you a jutsu, and he gives him the scroll with the Rasengan in it. And Naruto has taught Tsuki, also because Tsuki has the Sharingan, he made it a bit easier for her to learn it as well. But anyways, Naruto was able to actually counter that with his own Rasengan in his left hand, although it's not his dominant hand. But because of Naruto's sheer amount of power, it would actually overpower Tsuki's, and Tsuki's one would explode in her hand, as Naruto would actually be able to smash the second in Tsuki's into Tsuki, and Tsuki would be sent flying backwards, injured, but she would still be standing, barely shaking. But in the end, she would fall to one knee, and Naruto say that the fight is over, and basically he would basically put his hand on her shoulder and heal her completely. Tsuki would stand up again and realize that, you know, all her wounds, all her injuries are gone. How? Naruto would just say, I'm not sure, it just happens, innit? And you know, Tsuki is confused, like, this is not normal, Naruto. Like, what are you doing? What kind of powers do you have? And Naruto just says, I'm not sure, to be honest, and the Sharingan, please keep it a secret from others. And Tsuki asks, well, how does he have her brother's Sharingan? Then Naruto says, her brother's? And obviously Tsuki explains that, you know, Itachi had the same exact eye, like when he put her in the Infinite Tsukiyomi. And Naruto says, oh, the Infinite Tsukiyomi, I tried to put you in there to end the fight quickly. And obviously Tsuki knew that. She said, I know, that's why I dodged. And Naruto would say, I'm not sure, but I can use different ones as well. I don't know how, it's just an ability. Although Naruto can actually choose which eye to use it on, both, one, left, right, any of them. Naruto shows that he has the Free Tomoe Sharingan, he has the Mangekyo Sharingan of Itachi and Shisui, but Shisui's one was a bit harder to use. He didn't understand how to use it, and every time he gets close to it, something inside him tells him not to use it, and if he does, it will cause things. Well, it will basically make it unusable again for a long period of time. That's what he feels like, and he doesn't want to use it because it's a gut feeling that he decides to follow, and he will follow it until that power is needed. He's not sure what the power is, but he just hopes it's something good, especially if his gut is telling him that it's going to take him years to, well, recharge that ability. And anyways, now Tsuki would just sigh, realizing how much stronger Naruto is, and Naruto says that she can get just as strong as him. He promises her that, and Tsuki smiles, and the two would begin training again. A few years would go by, and Naruto would actually, after starting to train with Shikamaru and Choji, Naruto would actually be able to use the Shadow Possession Jutsu as well, which Shikamaru asked Naruto about, and Naruto just says that he's not sure, he's not a Nara, that's for sure. And even, well, Shikamaru knows that Naruto is not a Nara because he's an Uzumaki. And anyways, now Naruto would now be 12, and the graduation would begin, well, the graduation exam, as Naruto would easily fly through that and basically be able to pass the academy exam with ease, and even, you know, not showing off too much, as he doesn't want to be rookie of the year, as he knows that if he is, then he's not going to be in a team with you know, Tsuki. Anyways, now the Hokage had planned to actually, well, already graduate Naruto straight to Chunin, but Kakashi thought that, you know, Naruto should at least have some experience as a Genin, then to Chunin. He doesn't need to take the Chunin exams because Kakashi already knows about, you know, Naruto's abilities and powers, as Naruto has actually told Kakashi, as Kakashi would actually be good friends with Naruto at this point. Over the past few years, Kakashi would have actually, well, after Naruto basically disappeared, Kakashi was very worried about Naruto, and he actually kept an eye on him, and Naruto found out, and the two became basically like siblings. Kakashi treated Naruto like his own younger brother, and Kakashi wanted Naruto to have the experience of being a Genin first before, well, becoming a Chunin, and then eventually going to Jonin rank. And he knows that Naruto should be Jonin, and the only reason they don't want to put him in Jonin rank is due to experience, lack of experience, and also responsibility, because although they trust Naruto needs to understand what taking responsibility really is, and they need Naruto to basically, well, have some sort of mission where he has to take responsibility for everything. Even if it's staged, they should at least do something similar to that. And the Hokage and you know, Kakashi have, you know, planned this, but first they want Naruto to have some sort of Genin experience. Thus, Team 7 for now will have an honorary member as Naruto, and even Iruka calls out Naruto's name as Team 7's fourth member, and although Naruto's completely, he was sad that, the names were read out: Tsuki, Sasuke, and Sakura. And Naruto looked down, realizing that he's not going to be in Tsuki's team, and Tsuki just pats him on the back, as then he says, as per request of the Hokage, a special team will be, someone else will be in Team 7, and that will be Naruto for now, until they find a team for Naruto to basically fit and replace his, to find the team for Naruto basically, because there's not enough getting getting teams with a space for Naruto. Thus, Team 7 will have to have 4 members for now. Obviously, Shikamaru would question what would happen if the tuning exams happen, and he would say that only 3 of them would take part in it, and 1 of them would either stay as Genin or maybe graduate as tuning off of their sheer ability. As Iruka winked at Naruto at that point, and obviously Naruto noticed, so did Shikamaru and Choji and Hitsuki, as all 3 of them were very sharp. Even Choji was much sharper than his original self, as thanks to training with Naruto, he became much sharper. Now, all of them already knew Naruto should be at least tuning level, but obviously they understood that, they're just doing that would be kind of weird. First of all, the village would wonder what happened, and anyways, now Mizuki would have already been caught, as Naruto actually sensed something within him, bad intentions within him, when during his graduation, and obviously the Hokage, he would have alerted the Hokage, and now Mizuki would have already been arrested. And anyways, now Team 7 would wait for their Jonin team leader, as Naruto already knew who this was, and once Kakashi walked in, Naruto just said, "You're late, Kakashi," and Kakashi would look apologetically towards Naruto, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," and and then he goes on to tell them that he was just, he got lost on the path of life. And Naruto just says, asides, as Kakashi tells them to go to the rooftop, and all of them walk up there. Obviously, Sasuke is at the front of the group, as Sakura is just following, and Naruto and Tsuki are just talking. They could just body flicker there as well, just like Kakashi did. However, they don't want to, as they don't feel like it. Also, Sasuke knows the body flicker as well, and that's thanks to Tsuki actually teaching him the technique, as the two still train together here and there. Not as much, because Sasuke doesn't want to train with Tsuki as much for some reason, but that's why Tsuki trains mostly with Naruto. She wouldn't mind training mostly with her younger brother, as they're siblings, right? They should stay close to each other. But anyways, now Team 7 would arrive at the rooftop, and Kakashi would basically ask them what their dreams, likes and dislikes are. Sasuke's ones would be exactly the same. Sasuke would go on to say that his his dislikes are a lot of things, his likes not many things, and his dream, it's not a dream, and he will make it a reality. He's going to first restore his clan, he will restore his clan and also kill a certain someone. Kakashi would look into Sasuke's eyes and would see the pure hatred towards Itachi, as he would sigh and then go on to Sakura. Sakura would then go on to say that her likes are looking at Sasuke, dislikes, not many, but mostly looking at Naruto, because Naruto seemed actually, she never really liked Naruto because of her parents, and her dream looking at Sasuke, and she just starts giggling. And anyways, now Kakashi sighs even more now, realizing that there's 2 people in his team that don't seem too smart. Sasuke obviously smart, good ninja, everything, but going the path that he's going is not very smart of him. And Sakura, book smart, but realistically ninja smart, no. Anyway, Tsuki goes next, saying that her likes are training with her friends, being with her younger brother, looking at Sasuke, and also people who make her smile, looking at Naruto. Obviously, then she would say that her dislikes are people who hate others for no reason, and her dream is her dream / goal is to find out why Itachi did everything that he did. And looking at Naruto, saying that she wants to basically have a happy and peaceful life in the future as well, starting a family. Then Naruto would actually go next, saying that his likes are basically the same as Tsuki's, training, being with his friends, and smiling a lot basically, and dislikes are people who hate him unnecessarily, and his dream slash goal is to become Hokage and be acknowledged by everyone, and basically stop and eradicate the cycle of hatred, which Kakashi already knew, but every time he hears it, he always smiles under his mask, realizing that Naruto will become someone great, and he wants to help Naruto in every way possible to achieve his dreams. Obviously, then he would look at Tsuki as well and just smile, obviously, because he doesn't want to say it, but realistically, he likes her. Now, for the next month, Team 7 would actually be doing missions, and Naruto would force Kakashi in training Sakura and Sasuke. Thus, the four would already know tree and water walking within the month, and this month would fly by thanks to the training. It wouldn't be as boring as it is, and there's a lot of sparring sessions. Obviously, the team would also have a bell test, as I completely forgot about, and the bell test would go quite differently, to be honest. Once Kakashi actually tells them about the bell test, the four would meet up the next morning, and all four of them wouldn't eat. Even though Naruto knows, there's no point of not eating, he knows that the other three will not eat, so he will starve himself just for the team. Take one for the team. I'm joking. But anyways, now, Team 7 would meet up at the training ground. Kakashi would arrive as late as ever, and Naruto, Team 7 would actually disperse in the forest, as Naruto and Tsuki would be together. Although this was actually kind of a mistake, as Kakashi, if he finds them, then he finds two people in one go. The two already know what this test is all about. There's 3 bells, only 3 of them can pass. One person returns to the academy. No, they know that this is a teamwork exercise, and they go towards Sasuke and Sakura. Sakura would easily be swayed by Tsuki, not by Naruto, because she just doesn't really like him much. But Tsuki actually explains everything, and she understands, and she actually respects Tsuki, as Tsuki was the only one who actually was just as smart as her in books and everything else as Sasuke, but she never really tried. And now that she is trying, she respects her a bit more. So she understands and she listens to them, as the two will be Naruto will be the bait, as he says himself. Sasuke would actually understand, as his older sister is telling him, although he doesn't want to listen because he wants to do it himself, he actually does, as Tsuki basically tells Sasuke off, saying, look, you need to listen to me, do you understand? Obviously asserting dominance. Now Naruto would come out and basically go into a sparring session with Kakashi at this point, as Kakashi has sparred with Naruto before, and he knows that Naruto's movement abilities, all of them are on par with the high ranking Chunin shinobi. And anyways, now obviously he was closing into Jonin level, but at this point he's basically a Jonin, let's be honest. And anyways, now Naruto would actually pull out the Rasengan, which Sasuke would be surprised, and basically try hit Kakashi with it, and Kakashi would be able to dodge it barely, basically, and Naruto would continue with his attack, as Kakashi would then go for a counter attack, and Naruto would be caught by it and actually be kicked into the ground, as the ground would actually as he would create a crater just by the force of the kick. Anyways, now Naruto would then stand back up and then look at Kakashi and basically say that this fight is not over, as he would create 100 shadow clones, as they would all fight Kakashi. Kakashi would actually be inclined to use his Sharingan, revealing it to everyone. Naruto already knew. Tsuki and Sasuke were confused. Another person with the Sharingan would say Tsuki in her mind. But anyways, now obviously the Naruto's clones would be dispersed easily until Naruto activates his own Sharingan for a second there and actually was able to speed blitz Kakashi. And Kakashi knew about Naruto's secret. So would the Hokage at this point, as these people were all trusted by Naruto and the Ninetales as well, as the Ninetales could feel the realism behind them. Literally, I'm not sure if realism is a word, but anyways, now Naruto would then fight Kakashi in equal terms, but then he would turn his Sharingan off before anyone else could see it, and Kakashi would actually smile under his mask, realizing that Naruto still hasn't told his team, and he understands that this is something that it's something very delicate. It's not easy to explain that, you know, I can just use every ability that Shinobi has ever seen, Sharingan, Byakugan, everything, even Rinnegan at one point, but you know, the Rinnegan hasn't been unlocked yet by Naruto, but the Nine-Tails knows that Naruto could actually use the Rinnegan at one point, eventually. But anyways, now Naruto would then actually go on to, well, signal to his team to attack, as he would create a massive fireball jutsu, which Kakashi would counter with a water dragon jutsu, and Sakura would actually come out of nowhere and start throwing kunais at Kakashi. They would actually be quite precise for some reason, and although he knew that Sakura wasn't the best in the academy, but anyways, she would continue throwing the kunais, and obviously Tsuki would appear out of nowhere, actually trying to snatch the bells from Kakashi, as Kakashi would easily be able to dodge. Then Naruto comes in with a kick to his stomach, sending him into the trees, as Kakashi would arrive again, and Sasuke would actually, you know, engage in a taijutsu fight, as Sasuke would be basically defeated, but he would actually be able to, you know, scrape the bells with his fingers, but he wasn't able to clutch onto them. But anyways, now Sakura would would be standing there useless at this point, as or so you'd think. But anyways, now Naruto could have taken the bells easily. Kakashi knew this, and he understood that this was their plan, and their teamwork seems quite good, as the two Uchihas, fighting styles were quite similar, and they have trained together before, thus their teamwork or their synergy chemistry is quite good. And Naruto actually joins in with Tsuki eventually, when Sasuke was actually trying to catch his breath. Tsuki and Naruto would have the best fighting style, basically the best teamwork, as the two would have been training for the past 2.5 years, or yeah, 2.5 years. And anyways, now obviously Naruto would continue fighting Kakashi, and eventually actually be able to smash a Rasengan into him. No clone this time, no substitution, as Kakashi was caught off guard, and Tsuki was able to, you know, use a fireball jutsu from the top up in the sky, as Kakashi would actually have to dodge, and he would see that Sasuke would join in, and Sakura would have picked up some kunais and thrown it at Kakashi, and as the four would be fighting together. Kakashi would actually then knock out Sasuke, knock out Tsuki, and Naruto would be the only one standing, and Sakura in the distance. But out of nowhere, from the ground beneath him, comes out a Naruto clone trying to take the 3 bells, but he fails, as Kakashi smiles, dispersing the clone, and looks back to see no Naruto, and then looks behind him again to see Naruto appear out of nowhere, using basically his body flicker, and Naruto kicks Kakashi in the face, sending him towards Sakura. However, what he didn't expect is that Sakura turns into Tsuki, and Tsuki basically goes for another attack, and the Tsuki that was on the ground actually disappeared. And anyways, he then would wonder where Sakura is, as Tsuki would actually be able to elbow him in the shoulder, sending him to the ground, as Sakura would appear from the ground as well, taking the bells, as Kakashi would stand up instantly, nearly dodging. However, it was too late. Sakura took the bells, and Kakashi was already fatigued from using the Sharingan this much. He's never really used the Sharingan this much in the past few years. Anyways, now Team 7 would have passed with 1 minute remaining on the clock, as Naruto would throw a kunai at the clock to actually stop it, as Naruto would say that they passed. This was all a teamwork exercise. They all know that, as Sasuke would actually appear behind Naruto as well, saying that he never really thought that Naruto's plan would work, as he was basically at the bottom of the academy. But I guess he did, as Sasuke, who was on the ground as well, would have actually disappeared as well for some reason. And Naruto says that those were his clones, the 2 Uchihas in reality. And Sakura was always on the ground, waiting for the exact moment that Kakashi was put right there. And Kakashi would realize that the clone of the Sakura transformation has never moved, really. Only went to pick up kunais and everything, but she would always go back to the same spot. Something that even Kakashi failed to admit, admits, and something that even Kakashi admits to have failed to notice. And now Kakashi congratulates his team and says that, you know, they all pass. And Naruto says, if you were really going all out, we would have all been dead. But I guess this was truly a test. And anyways, now Kakashi says that he'd never kill, you know, his younger brother at this point. And Naruto says, Naruto just smiles, and Sasuke asks what going on here. And Kakashi just says that, you know, Naruto and him have just been really close in the past few years. And Kakashi also tells Sasuke that he'll teach him a secret jutsu that only Uchihas can learn. Basically telling him about the Chidori, as the Chidori could only be mastered with a Sharingan. Naruto actually has the Chidori and the lightning blade, but he doesn't want to use it because he doesn't he doesn't fit his style. He likes the Rasengan more, and that's quite ironic, as he is the son of the person who created the Rasengan. And anyways, Kakashi was just happy that Naruto knew the Rasengan, as this was a jutsu that should have been passed down to him. Even the Flying Raijin will be passed down to him eventually. Anyways, now Team 7 now would have had that 1 month of training where Sasuke would have actually trained with the Chidori. So would Tsuki, and Tsuki would master it much quicker than Sasuke, making Sasuke train even harder. Now eventually Sasuke would master the Chidori, but he would go on to the lightning blade, which Tsuki would not, as Tsuki would have actually been interested more in refining the Rasengan with Naruto. And Kakashi would be happy that, you know, Tsuki and Naruto are this close, and he can actually see them two actually ending up together. As Sakura would have actually trained in healing, as she would actually decide to become the healer of the team thanks to Naruto's advice. And she would actually take Naruto's advice, as she had some innate inner potential that was never released before and now unleashed, and she becomes some next healer that's actually pretty good for, you know, training herself, as Kakashi really had nothing to train her on other than Earth release, which Sakura actually had. Anyways, now Naruto would have all 5 chakra releases, and even more. Ice release, wood release, lava release, he would have every chakra release, to be honest. And anyways, now the Team 7 would actually still go on the Tazuna escort mission, as the Hokage would see that, you know, this is a good chance for the team to gain some experience and see whether Naruto could actually, you know, be a Chunin himself. And anyways, he doesn't know that this is actually a Chunin level, or maybe even a Jonin level, well, more like a B rank, so Chunin should be taking it. But anyways, now Team 7 would still go on to it and find out that, you know, there were trained assassins trying to assassinate Tazuna. The 2 demon brothers would appear, and Sasuke would actually take care of them, as everyone would just be standing there, and Naruto was already ready to fight them, but, you know, so he allowed Sasuke to take the spotlight this time. And Tsuki was there as well, but she knew that Sasuke needed some sort of, well, morale boost, and him being able to take out the 2 demon brothers by himself actually gave him one of those, and he felt proud of himself, basically. Now obviously Kakashi would question Tazuna and the demon brothers, and Kakashi would say to return to the village, but Naruto says no, they should take this, they should take this mission, they're more than capable enough. Sasuke and Tsuki are basically Chunin level ninjas. Sakura's healing is closing up to Jonin at this point, and Naruto's just on par with them as well. Kakashi understands, sighing, realizing that he's right. This team is basically a team of Chunin. It's not realistically, this team is too strong to be a Genin team. And anyways, now Team 7 would continue the mission, eventually coming up against Zabuza. Naruto would actually protect his team from actually engaging and telling them not to engage, as Kakashi would take on Zabuza, and Zabuza would actually, well, catch Kakashi off guard, and Kakashi would actually slip, although he wouldn't be as fatigued from using the Sharingan this much, because Naruto has actually been training with him as well, forcing him basically to get more accustomed to the Sharingan and using it way more than he did in the past 10 years within a year. And anyways, now obviously Kakashi would have been more ready for Zabuza and even stronger in this what if, even knowing about his Mongekyo ability. But Naruto, obviously he would still slip, and Zabuza would take the opportunity to put him in a water prison. Kakashi wasn't able to break out of it, so Naruto would actually step in the picture and basically fight Zabuza. Naruto has yin yang release, everything you could expect from a Sage of Six Paths Naruto basically, and basically Naruto would actually use his ice release to take care of Zabuza, as Zabuza would let go of the water prison because the ice was about to impale him and basically kill him. Haku would be utterly astonished. He was like, another Yuki clan member? I thought I was the only one remaining. But in reality, Naruto is not part of the Yuki clan, of the Yuki clan. But anyways, now Haku would take this opportunity to actually, well, throw Senbon at Zabuza and actually fake killing him. And Kakashi would notice this, as obviously Haku would take him back, failing to follow, protocol to actually check the to check the rogue ninja's body before disposing of him on the spot, and instead of taking him back to the village, which was absolutely not allowed. Anywho, now Team 7 would still go to Tazuna's home and rest up for the next week, as Kakashi would want to train them even harder. The team would also learn water, would have already learned water walking, and so Kakashi would focus on Sakura actually becoming stronger, and Sasuke basically mastering the lightning blade. Anyways, now Sasuke would actually start adding another chakra nature to the lightning blade, also using fire release by actually creating a little fireball and then basically cutting through it with his lightning blade, and basically having a fiery lightning blade as well, which is very strong, and Kakashi was very impressed. Anyways, Naruto and Tsuki would be training themselves so hard that they would actually be close to dying literally, and they would still meet Haku. Now Team 7 would then, Naruto and Tsuki would actually wake up late that day, and obviously Kakashi thought that the two should rest, and it seems quite nice how they're sleeping right next to each other. And Sasuke actually wouldn't mind this, although he would be against anyone taking Tsuki, obviously being very protective of her, although she's older. He doesn't mind Naruto for some reason, because he actually respects Naruto's strength, and Naruto always gives him tips whenever he's training, and even helped him unlock his 3 Tomoe Sharingan during the 1-month training by tipping him a lot, literally giving him so many tips that Sasuke realized that Naruto is someone strong, someone that he can trust, someone that is a good ally to keep. And he's not jealous of Naruto, although he knows Naruto is so exponentially stronger. He understands that Naruto is actually helping him more than being a rival to him. It seemed that like Naruto was another Jonin sensei. And anyways, now Naruto and Tsuki would wake up to see that their team already went to help Tazuna build the bridge and protect him while he's doing it. Thus, the two would actually head out as well right after having breakfast, and as breakfast was actually left for them on the table, covered with a plate, and they would actually hear Inari and his mother screams, and Naruto would arrive, saving Inari and his mother, same as Tsuki. And Naruto, obviously Inari would have told them, had that little say of himself, like saying that heroes are not real, and Naruto proved them wrong. Naruto would pat Inari on the head, saying that he should become stronger one day, and actually leave him a little gift, a scroll which had many other scrolls in it. Naruto says that if you read through these, you'd basically become a strong shinobi one day, as Naruto would then smile at him and leave a clone behind to actually protect them. Anyways, now Naruto and Tsuki would actually leave to go help their teammates to see that basically the fight had already started. Tsuki would actually be protecting Tazuna, as Sasuke would be fighting Haku in the ice domes, not having much luck even with the Chidori, making him very strong and fast. It wouldn't really do anything, as Haku would just be trying a lot harder than usual. Haku never really tried against Naruto and Sasuke, but here he was actually going all out and decimating them. And remember, Zabuza said that Haku could also kill Kakashi, and Haku was like, what, 15? That's kind of crazy, the amount of potential that Haku had. Anyways, now Naruto would actually jump in the fight, as Tsuki would just be there as backup in case something happened. And the two actually did fight over this, so who would go and fight first, and they did rock paper scissors, and Naruto actually won. A bit of Dragon Ball in there, you know what I'm saying? Now obviously Team 7, oh well, sorry, Naruto would help out Sasuke, and Sasuke says that he doesn't want his help, he wants to do it alone, and Naruto actually puts a hand on his shoulder saying, Sasuke, you need to understand, we're a team. Whenever someone needs help, the other team members pitch in. Do you understand, Naruto? I mean, do you understand, Sasuke? Now, Sasuke just nods, saying, alright. How do we deal with this guy then? Naruto then says, don't worry, I can deal with him. As he puts up two fingers, Sasuke thought he was about to use some clones, which Sasuke already tried, also having the shadow clone jutsu, but not being able to use it just as well as Naruto. But this was not it. Naruto created Naruto from the ground literally had roots, massive roots that come out of the ground and basically shatter the ice mirrors all at once. And Sasuke looked at Naruto, asking Naruto, what the hell did he just do? Would release? How? Naruto, just who are you? Naruto would then look at Sasuke saying, I don't know, I just unlocked it one day, but don't worry, I'm not really that good at it yet. Eventually I will be though. As Naruto would smile, and Sasuke would just shake his head smiling, saying, every time I get close to you, you always show off something new, don't you? As he would smile, and the two would actually stand by each other, and Haku would realize that even using the ice mirrors would not do anything. So he throws Senbone at Naruto with killer intent. Although he doesn't want to kill him, he knows that Naruto will require basically everything he has, and Naruto was able to deflect all of them. Eventually the fight would actually prolong itself until Zabuza was on the verge of dying by Kakashi's hand, as Kakashi would use his Chidori to actually pierce through Kakashi's chest. However, Haku would come in the way and basically take the blow for Kakashi, not for Kakashi, for Zabuza, and he would fall to the ground on the verge of death. His mask would be broken and everyone would see that it's Haku, and Naruto and Tsuki already know who Haku is. They've met him during their training, and Naruto was like, no, I can't let this happen, as he would then use everything he has to revive Haku, literally using his creation of all things to basically repair his was it his heart? That I thought Haku was hit right in the middle of the chest, but was it his heart? I'll make it his heart this time. And Naruto would basically repair his heart and repair all his flesh, blood loss, everything. And Haku would basically open his eyes thinking that he was dead, but then he would look around to see Zabuza still injured, Naruto basically right over him, and Kakashi just there, ready for anything that Zabuza decides to do. Anywho, Zabuza would be on the verge of tears, seeing that Haku's back, and actually hug him, as this was basically his adopted son. As Haku would actually also cry, saying that they don't need to do this anymore, and to find a better way of living. Obviously Naruto would be happy that the two actually survived, and Gato would arrive and basically tell them that they're all dead, and Naruto would tell them to relax and just stay back, as he takes care of this. As basically Naruto and Tsuki look at each other and basically nod, and also Sasuke would join in, as the three would actually take out all of Gato's men, and also Gato would be the last remaining there, as basically Inari would charge in with basically his town and village, as Inari would actually show off his newfound ability to use chakra by actually creating a clone of himself and basically kicking Gato and actually killing him. Inari getting his first kill, and Naruto patting him on the head, saying that he's finally learned how to be a true hero and avenged his father. And basically this is where the Land of Waves arc finishes. Anyways, obviously Naruto and Tsuki, yes, would actually ask would ask Haku to actually return to the village with them, and Haku would say he would like to, but this all depends on Zabuza, as wherever he goes he will go too. And Zabuza, Naruto and Tsuki would look at Zabuza with with the intention in their eyes, with intent in their eyes, and Zabuza would sigh, saying, you kids, if this is what Haku wants, then I'm alright with it. But if your village does anything to harm Haku, I promise you, I will kill every single one of you. As Kakashi would actually say, nah, it's fine. The village is all good. If you guys want to join, you're more than welcome to. And as they go back to the village, obviously Team 7 would actually ask, would explain everything to the Hokage, and the Hokage would be more than happy to actually take in Zabuza and Haku. And that is where I'm going to end off. Haku and Zabuza would be given Chunin rank, not Chunin rank, Jonin rank, and so would Naruto. Naruto would actually be considered as a Chunin from now on, as the Chunin exams would be told would be announced to them. And Sasuke actually pats Naruto, pats Naruto on the back saying, "You did it, mate." And obviously Naruto smiles, as this version of Sasuke is a bit more nice to Naruto and actually respects Naruto a lot more. As remember, he's not plagued with Indra's, he is still Indra's reincarnation, but Naruto still has both Yin and Yang releases. But anyways, now, I hope you all enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe. This was the King of Weebs there, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Part 2 to this wave will come out very soon. And anyways, my ducklings, you're dismissed. Remember, like goal is 100 likes, and peace.